Okay, right, we are live, I think. Okay. Channel. Okay. Anybody out there? Can you hear me? No, you're here, Hannah. Good gravy. Hey, Kelly. Oh, fabulous. That was my next question. You can hear me. Hi, Sandy. Okay. How we doing? Hey, Anna Karen. Hey, Betty. Esther. Katinka. I've got somebody coming in from Facebook. I think it's Catherine. Let's just have a look here. Hi, Lizzie. Hi, Laura, Sandra, and Daphne. Yeah, Catherine is there coming in from Facebook. Hey, Susan. Red just popping in to say hi. Had a fabulous day and I'm tired. Have a nice chat. No worries. Thank you, Red. Thanks for popping in. Hope you had a wonderful day yesterday. And yeah, I'm feeling it too. I think we are 2 days of entertaining, eating, and family time. It's quite exhausting, isn't it? We had some other drama go on as well, which I'll touch on in a bit. Hi, Amanda. Hi, Patsy. We've all had a wonderful Christmas. Who's full of cheese? Hands up, because I definitely am. Andy is. Andy's full of chocolate and cheese, aren't you, love? And not necessarily in that order. Got myself a G&T and needing a laugh, says Lizzie. Right, okay. Challenge accepted. Kelly says, we've had a lovely Christmas with family and the 24th with friends. One more family dinner with my father-in-law and hubby's sister and family. It's 11:32 a.m. right now. Sounds fabulous, Kelly. We had my stepdad over both Christmas Day and Boxing Day. So he came over yesterday at about 10 o'clock until sort of 3, and today he came at about 1 until 3. So he had his meal here both days. Hannah stayed at his last night, as is her bit of a tradition. So, yeah. Patsy wasn't sure if I was going to be able to join, but my son went home earlier. No, hey, Patsy, if ever you're not, it's absolutely understood. I mean, I'm doing this on Boxing Day. For a lot of people, it's still a big sort of, time. They may be busy, families and so on, but I know that for some people, that's not necessarily the case. So that's hence why I wanted to do this. But yeah. So, as I say, I hope everybody had a fabulous day yesterday. I got to catch up with the lovely Karen, our needlebug, and she seems to be doing okay. And we had a nice little chat. It was fabulous. I finished work on Christmas Eve at 1 o'clock, so that was quite nice. I was able to get off nice and early, and prepare, the rest of stuff for Christmas Day and have a relaxing Christmas Eve. We went and got Chinese food, and that was our Christmas Eve. And I get weighed tomorrow, so I'm kind of dreading that. But hey, I'm no problem. I've had a lovely few days. So, hey, Tracy and Joyce. Lizzie doesn't celebrate, but it's a nice peaceful stitching. Peaceful day. I'm not stitching till January 1st when I can start my goals. Super job. Hey, Judy. I managed to get in some. Hannah said to me yesterday, Christmas Eve, she says, I don't think you'll have much time for stitching on Christmas Day. I did 1,200 stitches. You know, I managed to get in more than I expected, to be quite honest. I'm 1,500 in today. So it was nice to be able to, you know, get some prep done so that I didn't have to spend my stitchy time prepping. It's great going out for my Christmas dinner, says Patsy, then back to mine for some games. It was so stress-free, I think it's going to be the new normal. No dishes and putting the house back together. Yeah. That's always a nice thing, that Patsy. We did that too. Oh, bless you, Hannah. I had very few vegetables to prepare. Most of them I got ready prepared. Meat was in the oven at 8 o'clock on Christmas morning, and we ate at 1, and it was fantastic. Lisa says, also, do not know what's wrong with me, but I'm expecting 2 cross-stitch kits involving dragons. Patsy says, bless you, Hannah.
Oh, thanks, Patsy.
Hannah's sat in the kitchen doing a little diamond painting that she got from her auntie this Christmas.
Well, I'll give you that back to her.
Oh, have you given up?
I've done a bit.
You've done a bit. Right, okay.
If anybody wants to see, let me know.
Oh, let's put a picture on the group. Needle Needles. Hi. Great name. Does Hannah have a cold? No, she doesn't have a cold, but Hannah, she's just got over one, but also Hannah has allergies. She has hay fever in the summer, and I think she's got a bit of a dust allergy as well. You know, she does do a lot of sneezing, but she was actually in the kitchen when she's just sneezed. And I know my kitchen can be sound like a bit of a cavern, but yeah, it was quite loud. So, yeah. So yesterday, the girls and I and Andy had our gifts. And then we had a nice breakfast together. And I cooked lunch, and we had a nice lunch with Dennis as well. And we even did a little Christmas dinner for the dog. And then we played Frustration in the afternoon. And Hannah and Grandad went to his house at about 3:30. And then it was a nice chilled afternoon stroke evening because I handled the cooking, Andy handled the washing up. And then today it was cold meat and pickles kind of lunch.
That's so important. Where's the canned ham?
It's in the pantry.
Why is somebody opened it?
Because it wasn't needed. Well, we'll have it at the weekend. Yeah, it was. That's not a seat off. It was quite nice. You know, we played Frustration again this afternoon, and you know they quite enjoyed it. Yes, you won. Hey, Adria. Got a kit, you know you want to start, Nicola. Yes, I did get a kit. I got my Colin Thompson I retrieved it from under the tree. I haven't unpacked it fully because I plan on doing a video, but I did have a look at the cart, and there are at least 3 full thread card groups, plus a big block of fabric. It's over 2 boxes. So the fabric and one of the thread card bundles in one, and the other thread card bundles in the other box. So, yeah, I was very pleased to see that. That actually is the only bit of stitching that I got this Christmas, the only bit of gifted stitching. To be fair, Hannah would have got me stitching if I'd have wanted. But I did say to her specifically, don't get me any more kits because I want to try and use up some of what I've got. Hannah did me a massive and got me some new lovely PJs in this lovely cream, and they're like a corduroy velvet type. And these ones, they are long, that like most PJs, the wrists will kind of go to there. These are very long, will actually go halfway up my hand, which is nice. And the same with the legs. The legs cover the ankles fully and, you know, almost down to the heel, which is really nice. So Lauren got me sort of smelly stuff. And I think that was kind of about it, really. A bit of chocolate, some Freddos from Andy, of course, and my Secret Santa stuff, which had some rude words on it, which I still haven't posted a picture of it in the group, and I must, because they are hilarious. But, you know, for us, it's mainly for the girls. And Lauren's been walking around with the jeans and Doc Martens on the last 2 days, and she's kind of been strutting about and loves it. Having roast pork tonight, Kelly says. Sounds yummy. Sorry, Betty, what are you sorry for, my love? No need to be sorry. Yeah, so me just waffling on. Oh, sounds yummy. Yes.
Hello.
So yeah, it's been quite a couple of days. It's been thoroughly enjoyable, and nice not to have to work. Just, you know, being able to relax more than anything. I've had a bit of my sciatica's been a little bit playing me up a little bit for the last few days. So I hope Andy got you more than Freddo. So yeah, he was part of the money for the Colin Thompson kit. So yes, I had a discount voucher. Yes, I had a voucher that I won, and then Andy made up the rest of the funds for it. So, and Andy's parents gave me some perfume and some cash monies, which I can spend on what I want as well, which will come in very handy as we are off away in January for my birthday. So yeah, but Andy also did a solid these last few days. He's never had his hands out of the sink. He's kept well on top of the pots. And to be fair, if I've said to him, I'd love a cup of tea has been forthcoming.
This is what I do every day, though, isn't it?
What's a Freddo? And Hannah, just go and grab me a Freddo, please, so I can show Betty. I know what you mean, Betty. It's not a problem. I will show you in just a wee second. Hannah is going to grab me some. So the story goes, as you will probably know, I have been losing weight over the last year and a half. And one of the things that I have in a very measured amount is chocolate. And as part of my diet plan, I can have a little bit of chocolate every day within my allowance, as long as I haven't spent that allowance on something else. And this is a Freddo. So as you can see, it's not terribly big. It's a little chocolate bar, 95 calories. And this is my little treat that I have. It's fairly, you know, reasonably thick. But yeah, that's my little treat. So the joke is, there was somebody on TikTok that had a drawer full of Freddos. And I was like, I'd love a drawer full of Freddos.
He didn't just have them in his drawer, Nikki.
And he had them in his washing machine and in his sink and in his bath. And I said, oh, but there was a drawers video that I saw, and I was like, I'd love a drawer of Freddos. So Hannah started collecting up Freddos. And because I haven't got anywhere to put a chest of drawers, the next best thing is I have a tub with a lid on it it's probably about as big as your average drawer, and it's full of Freddos. So now the joke is that sometimes when Andy's away, sometimes when the girls spot them and remember, birthdays, Christmas, any kind of wherein a gift is due to be given, they will get me a packet of Freddos.
I got a 6-pack. It's a few days before Christmas.
Yeah, because in each, they have multi-packs with 5 in each. So that's like a week's worth of chocolate for me, near enough a week's worth. So yeah, I have lots of Freddos. So yeah. Silver Stitches, Lizzie says, wow, what a dutiful husband. Yeah, you know, I think it's one of the things that attracted me to Andy. He's not afraid of doing the jobs that are seen by some as beneath them. I will mention no names apart from my ex-husband. Yes, but Andy is more than willing and happy to pitch in with housework, household tasks. I've said many times, I have no idea how to work the washing machine. I'm not even joking. If I needed to work the washer, I'd be absolutely in lumber. So,
Yes, 'cause-
I know how to work it then.
yes, because when I'm not here and something needs washing, Hannah does.
Hannah has to do it, yeah, because I don't know how. Okay, can't wait to see what your first new start is going to be. This is going to be as much fun for us as it is for you. Ah, yes, the new start. Yep, new year, new start, new start, new start, new start. Times 17. And yes, I definitely counted them because I knew if I'd have put more or less than 17, one of you would have noticed. So, yeah, new year, new start. Times 17. I get to draw it on Monday when I film my floss tube that goes out on Tuesday. So on New Year's Eve, you will find out what my first one is. Cool. Lol, says Betty, is it dark chocolate? No, it's milk chocolate. Although I wouldn't mind if it were dark chocolate. And they do also come in a caramel variety as well, like filled with caramel. So that was annoying. Wi-Fi just booted me off, says Kelly. Glad you're back. I agree, says Kelly to Patsy. 2025 will be fun. Yes, it will. I absolutely can't wait now. I'm not fed up at all in any way, shape or form with the projects that I've got. But heck, 17 new starts, it's going to be fun. Chocolate comes from the cocoa bean. The cocoa bean grows on a tree. The cocoa bean is a plant, ergo chocolate counts as a salad. Yep, it does. It's unfortunately the sugar content of it doesn't. But yeah, I agree with that. I have a handy husband who is also a very good cook, says Kelly. Yep, there's a few of them about. They're absolute little gems, aren't they? Now, Andy's not a DIY sort of person. Guys! Andy's not a DIY sort of person. He would readily admit that. He doesn't do painting and decorating or anything like that. But he is more than happy to wash up, to help with supermarket shop, and the other chores and stuff. I'm excited to start my WIPGO for 2025. Jessie Marie's put the number called video up yesterday and I have my 2 projects ready to go. If I remember correctly, they are 20 and 11. And I only know that, not because I'm doing WIPGO, it was because I saw Crafty Emily's floss tube earlier today, Final Flossmas video. And she's the same, all ready to go. Handy. New start daily or taking a few days with each one. A new start weekly. So I will draw it when I film. I've got a random picker wheel. I'll draw it when I film my floss tube on a Monday. And then on a Tuesday, I'll release the video. And on the Wednesday, when I film a stitch with me, that's to be released on the Saturday, then I will start it on the stitch with me. So you guys will get to see it be picked, and then I will do a stitch with me with it, but there'll probably be like, a short little, prepping up kind of thing as well. So yeah, all good. First attempt at WIPGO for Betty. Yes, correct about the numbers. Good stuff. Hey, Carla. Yeah, a couple of first-time WIPGoers. So Lizzie's also doing it for the first time. Yeah, WIPGO, I think it's a lot of fun. I like to see how people are doing on it myself. It's one of them things I do love to watch it, you know, and watch people's progress and, you know, see how they get to their goals. You know, I'm kind of a backseat driver for WIPGO. Sorry, they're having a bit of a chat in the kitchen. I don't know what about. No idea. It's usually either in the kitchen or at bedtime when Andy's gone to bed and Hannah's brushing her teeth. Talk to one another between the two rooms.
You're talking about Hannah.
I'm talking about you as well. Oh, you got some snacks? What you got?
Pretty much the same as what I had for my dinner earlier.
All right, okay. A bit of this, bit of that, and a bit of the other.
Yeah.
Cool.
I'll be eating this for days on end.
Nothing wrong with that, my love. We have a pretty quiet weekend coming up, says Kelly, so I'll get a WIPGO video done. And then I can do a quick edit and upload for the 1st or 2nd. Cool. Oh, my days. Oh, another message coming in from Facebook. Oh, Catherine says she is working on. Gone halfway down the winter season, 150 rows. Time to move my hoop. 6.73% so far today on a chart for all creations. Seasons by Charting Creations. I'll show that when I show the, as Laurie has christened it, Sow and Tell, which I'll be doing about 8:15. So if you haven't put anything on the thread in the group, now is your chance. Good luck. I'm to be rather chatty today, says Betty. Oh, brilliant. Hey, Laura. I have a set rotation, otherwise I'd be doing it. It's fun seeing the excitement on people's faces when their favourite whips get called. Yes, I agree. Yeah, and I'm the same, Laura, set rotation. Esther, can you tell me what the difference is between regular fabric and the gridded fabrics? Not a lot, apart from ease of working a full coverage for me. And, you know, anything that helps my counting. But there are two kinds of gridded fabric. There's Easy Count and Magic Guide. Magic Guide tends to be the one with the thicker pink lines. And then Easy Count tends to be with the grey lines. One's a DMC. The Magic Guide is DMC. And the Easy Count is a Zweigart fabric. So they're obviously two different brands of fabric. But, you know, for me, I prefer working on gridded, especially with these full coverages. I don't have to mess about. But I do sometimes with the Magic Guide just use my friction pen and mark on some lines if I need. So, but yeah, it just gives me, you know, better points of reference more than anything. I got 2 goals, says Lizzie, WIPGO, and 25,550 stitches in a year. Hopefully WIPGO will help me exceed that. Going to do WIPGO video sometime in the next few days. Great stuff. Yeah, you should definitely pop that out. And Kelly's going to watch for it. And yeah, anybody else that's not subscribed to Lizzie, just click on her name. It'll take you to her channel. But yeah, it is fun seeing WIPGO. I mean, Emily was quite excited about the ones that have been called because it's all her Emma Congdon stuff that's been called, and 2 finishes. So she's going to have 2 finishes in January as if she reaches these goals. Oh, no problem, Esther. No problem at all. So yeah, I've quite enjoyed watching Emily's Flossmas. It's been really nice, and I watched hers, Nina Hobbysite, and Jamie, Craft Gaming Jamie, regularly, and there were some others that I did drop in on occasionally. But you know, I was kind of toying with Flossmas, but then I thought, nah, I'm not gonna do one. I do enough. I do a lot of content as it is. I think you'd all get sick of me if I did a Flossmas too. Hey, Karen. Did you have a wonderful day yesterday? I hope you did. I hope it was everything that you wanted. It was great to catch up with you. Great day with the daughter and family. Great stuff. I watched a how to pin stitch. I may try that from now on. May need to watch it a few times before I understand completely how it works. I've never used pin stitch. There's one or two people who I watch that do. Gemma uses it. Darren does. Dizzy Stitcher. But for me, I just fasten off in my own little way anyway, which is different again. So, damn it! I still need to do that video, Andy.
What video?
That one where I'm at the top and you're filming what my hands are doing underneath. Oh, must do that. And I also need to do an unboxing video. I might do that tomorrow for my Colin Thompson. Get that one out. I have a diagram of pin stitching that I can post in group. Fabulous. Yes, please, Karen. Yeah, do bob that in when you have a moment. It will surely help. Oh, come on, mark off pattern keeper. Thank you. I decided each scene of a stitching shelf is a new project, so I feel like I'm having finishes, so hoping to get at least 3 projects done on that. Yep, brilliant. That's the way I saw I think it was Autumn Malts. They were like a series of lots of little finishes. I remember talking about it. Having to think there, But yeah, my stitching shelf now, I am pretty much done with the spring shelf. The actual shelf itself is coming in. So next sort of time I, go left to right, it'll be completely done and I'll be into the next shelf down, which will be nice. Karen taught me how to do a pin stitch, says Celia. Yeah, brilliant. Oh, I had a comment today from somebody that made me think of you, Celia. I thought it was you at first, and then I read the name again. Well, let me find the lady's name. Sigridur Jonsdottir. She says that she's from Iceland. The comment is on FlossTube 51. If you want to have a quick look. She says she's in Iceland. I don't know if she's related to you. She could be. You never know.
Well, there's only 335,000 people in Iceland, so the chances are.
Joyce, I think my way of ending thread is the same results as yours, only I do it from the front. I call it a loop finish. Yeah. Yeah, she did say that she was from Iceland in the comment, but visiting her daughter over here in Cambridge in the UK. I'm a terrible, really, because the pronunciation it's very difficult for me, and I just don't want to end up butchering names, kind of thing. Anyway, who would like to hear about our little bit of drama on Christmas Eve? Nothing to do with us. It was something that we witnessed and ended up phoning 999 for. So, you all remember the nightmare neighbour that we used to have over the road and how the police came out here regularly for her? Well, it's not her. She's not back. Don't worry. But not her house, not the people who are in it. but the house next door, it had some new tenants in a year or so ago. And Andy and I were sat down here watching Unforgotten because Andy hadn't seen series 5. So we were watching Unforgotten. And I sit, as you guys know, just in front of my window. And I heard a bang, a real loud bang. And I was like, what's that? The girls were upstairs. I've popped security cameras on. I couldn't see anything because it was out of range of the camera. And then I heard another one and some shouting. And I said to Andy, I'm going upstairs to have a look. So we both dashed upstairs to the front bedroom, which is Hannah's room. And I'm like, right, turn off the lights, turn off your telly. You know, we need it dark so that we can stand here and look out and not be seen. And it turns out the people who were in the house opposite, a man and a woman and 2 children, they were having the most almighty of domestic arguments, which turned physical and came out into the street. So at 9:30 on Christmas Eve, we are phoning 999 and getting the police out, and they come full blues and twos, and you know, had to come and, you know, basically sort it out. You know, at one point when it became physical, I said to Andy, I think enough's enough. We need to phone, because he'd bust his way back into the house, hadn't he, at that point? There's 2 small children. I think we need to phone the police because there were 2 small children who were at risk. We don't know if they were been drinking or substances or what, but we ended up ringing 999. So we could, you know, we could have on our conscience that we'd done everything we could. But what a way to start Christmas. So they said to the police said to Andy, because he made the call, we'd like you to come to station to do a statement. I know it's Christmas Day tomorrow, but would you be able to do so? And Andy's like, well, yeah, in the morning, no problem. And they said, okay, well, we'll give you a call and let you know when. And didn't ring. Didn't ring. And then they got a missed call at what, 3 o'clock in the afternoon?
By which point there was no way I was going out.
Yeah, no way, because, I mean, Andy had had a glass of vino with his dinner. So he wasn't going to go out and risk drink driving. You know, 1 glass of wine doesn't put you over the limit, but still, Andy prefers to drive with no glasses of wine. Am I right, dear?
Yes.
You do not need EastEnders. No, absolutely not. And absolutely, Lizzie, I agree. I feel sorry for any children caught in the middle of a toxic adult relationship. Well, the way that they were behaving, I don't think I'd call them adults. I could just call them overgrown children themselves, because they couldn't settle their differences without it turning physical. But I was saying to my stepdad today, since we've lived up here, we've had the absolute craziness of the woman who used to live across summers and her constantly having the windows put through. We've had a house fire. We've had a police chase that ended outside our front door. We've had our neighbours' cars crashing into one another. We've had a man who used to live opposite outed by a certain type of vigilante group, and all his details put on social media, which didn't create very nice atmosphere for a little while.
Some stuff scrolled on his house.
He had lots of stuff scrolled, yeah, graffiti and stuff. We've had neighbours at war. We've had all sorts of stuff go on. We absolutely do not need EastEnders. We could write the book. Yes, definitely nice, quiet neighbourhood. Yeah, absolutely. I wish. Yes, good gravy indeed, Kelly. Oh, thank you, Celia, for replying about that. Brilliant. I appreciate that. I know that with you also being in Iceland, and you would be able to give her a heads up as to anywhere local that might be good for her. So maybe I should write a book. Yes, and indeed I could. Jay, you're right. I could write a book. Honestly, you know, I don't watch soaps because I've no need to. If I want to see soap opera, I just need to look outside or just listen at next door. You know, so. But like I said to Andy, you know, at least, you know, by alerting the authorities, we've done the right thing, because the way that things were, that could have turned incredibly nasty. And the last thing that I would have wanted at Christmas was for anybody to become injured, or even worse. And it wasn't until about 11 o'clock, I think, that things settled down properly. And then, of course, because of all that, you know, you can't sleep because your chest's going and the adrenaline's rushing, and oh my days, you just think, really, do I need this? Yeah, I think that they're okay, because he hasn't been back since Christmas Eve. The vehicle that was on the drive has gone. It was his vehicle that went on Christmas Day, and there've been lots of relatives have come round, and whether or not, you know, she's gone to Christmas with them or whatever, I don't know. But I don't know who to speak to. If I knew who to speak to, that would be a different matter. You know, if I saw her in the town, I wouldn't know that it's the woman who lived opposite me. That's how much we keep ourselves to ourselves, kind of thing. But, you know, obviously, in a matter of safety there, we definitely felt the need to intervene. But, you know, we did stipulate as well that we didn't want any visits to our property, because if he knew that we were visiting, or she knew that we were visiting because we'd reported that, who knows what the repercussions may have been if they were physical with each other. And sometimes the holidays brings the worst out in people. Too true. Too true. Yeah, and that was my concern, Silver Stitches, and I didn't sort of leave watching what was going on until some relatives turned up, and there were a number of relatives that turned up on Christmas Eve as well, because during Christmas Day. So I knew that there were people in the house who were more than capable of looking after these children. Yeah. Hey Enid, happy Boxing Day to you too. Did you have a lovely day yesterday? I hope you did. We had plenty of cheese. It's very good. Cool. My dad was a weekend alcoholic, but every single holiday he made happy memories. Yeah. See, that's the thing. It's about balance, isn't it? But where your children are concerned, you should be making those happy memories. The last time that I was anywhere near drunk would have been my dad's funeral 11 years ago. And before then, I can't remember, because I don't do drunk. But, you know, when, you know, I was at my dad's funeral, people just kept buying me drinks and, you know. But I wasn't a horrible drunk, was I, love? I was just drunk. And it was quite good, not terribly stressful. One's got amazing cross-stitch stuff. I showed some of it in Flossmas 25. Got a cookie-scented candle in my stocking and lit it since it's grey, drab and cold. Sounds fantastic. Bane of my life, scented candles. We the girls like to have them, and you know, I'm not a fan of them, I have to say. I like the smell of them, but I'm not a fan. But you know, in pretty much every room I'll find a scented candle somewhere. Oh dear, excuse me. I didn't get up until 7:30 this morning, which is late for me, because normally I'm up at around 6ish. Wake up 5:30, around 6ish I'm up. Yes, that's where I'm also concerned about, Lizzie. You know, and obviously with having a cat, I don't want it to get knocked over or anything like that. What am I doing now? What colour? This one, I think. I'm just loving how this She Sleeps is going. We're almost at 80%. I wanted to be 70% by year end, so I've definitely exceeded that. Usually use a Yankee Candle Easy Melt melt cups thing. I have the candle on the spot the cat doesn't go to and have my eye on it. I'm paranoid about fires. Yeah, me too. I don't think that's a bad thing to be paranoid about fires, though. But I have a heightened sense of smell because on Christmas Eve, it was 24 years since I gave up smoking on Christmas Eve. And since then, my sense of smell is really heightened. And, you know, I'm often saying, can't you smell that? And Andy's like, no. But sometimes I also think that I have like phantom smells. As weird as that sounds, sometimes I smell phantom smells. You know, like, I don't know, fresh cut grass in the middle of winter. You know, a smell that I get in my nose and it makes no sense whatsoever. But yeah. Yeah, I started when I was 14 after a severe trauma, family trauma. And I was 25 when I stopped. And I stopped because I nearly died. I had tonsillitis and it's turned into septicemia. And I ended up in hospital myself at Christmas that year. But yeah, 24 years this year. So next year I will have been given up a quarter of a century.
Did remind me, Nikki, did we already discuss me getting you another kit for your birthday?
No.
Would you like another kit for your
Why?
birthday?
What have you seen?
No, I haven't. I'm just wondering. Would you like another kit for your birthday?
I don't know. I hadn't really thought about it. Why?
I'm asking because you know it's not far away from your birthday.
Well, yeah, it's not far from now. It's what, 3 weeks?
Yeah.
Everybody now is going to come into this chat and say, do it, do it, do it, do it, do it, aren't they? Now we've mentioned that on my live stream. Everybody's going to say, I desperately need another kit.
They're all going to agree, aren't they?
Yeah.
Okay, so you're getting a kit then. You're getting a kit then, off me.
Am I?
Yeah. Yeah, you are. I've decided it now. I've done it.
Have I finished all the salmon pinks? Not quite, Kelly. But I did get a lot of zeros on this week. Lizzie says, I'll go on, let Andy get you another one. Lizzie says, go on, go on, go on, go on. Oh, dear. I'll have a look a bit closer to my birthday, okay?
All right.
Yeah, everybody's going to be like, go on now, aren't they? Hannah's asked me what I want for my birthday, and I have no idea. I have no clue. I mean, like I said, she got me some nice new PJs for Christmas. What else do I need? I've got 2 dressing gowns and a hoodie. I've got a nice pair of slippers. Yeah, I've got all the clothes that I could need. I'm having ambivalence, which I don't enjoy, says Enid. I'm sad Christmas is over, but I'm relieved it's over. Yeah, I think we all get a bit of that. Have some more cheese. Works wonders. Kelly's not saying a word about kits or not. Andy's my biggest flipping enabler at the moment. Aren't you, love? I'm going to make a ham and potato soup with the leftovers for dinner. Ooh, that sounds yum. Perfect weather for soup. Yes, indeed. We've had a fog here today, a real heavy fog. It's not lifted all day. And that's quite unusual for us, isn't it, love? Because we're high ground, or we're fairly high here, but if we get a fog 2 or 3 times a year, maybe.
Yeah.
We don't get it very often, do we?
No.
Personally, cannot wait for next year to start with what I've planned, stitched, reading and visiting wise. Agree, Silver Stitches. And a wonderful present from hubby, says Susan. We live in the middle of nowhere, so he's taking me to a yarn shop over an hour away and letting me pick out yarn for a sweater. Fantastic. Road trip. Haven't done a thing except stitch all day and I'm not even out my jammies, says Patsy. I don't blame you. I got 1,500 stitches in up to me starting the stream today. I got 1,200 in yesterday. It rained for some hours yesterday, which I'm glad about, said Enid. It's been so dry. Sadly, it quit raining before the temperature went below freezing. Oh dear. Sandy, there's a snowstorm forecast for New Year's Day. Oh, heck. Well, my birthday is the 12th and it normally snows on or around my birthday. It's been foggy here all day as well, says Jay. Couldn't drive, only went out to walk the dog. Yeah, I was a bit worried about my stepdad driving, but it seems to have been okay. Did dishwasher troubleshooting, says he need to put laundry away. Doing trash and recycling and some more organising in my office. Lovely. Joyce also had fog this morning. Glad to know that we are not the only ones here in the UK. It was so quiet outside you could hear the fog drop. Oh, wow. He's a truck driver, so an hour is just a quick hop and a skip to him. Yeah, that's the advantage, isn't it? When driving for a living, it's not such an issue, is it, to nip to the craft shop? Lizzie lives in her jammies. Yeah. Do you know what? Some days I do. Some days I don't get dressed. And what I do is after I finish work and had tea, I'll go and get a bath and a new pair of jammies. Because some days I just can't be bothered. Hi, Mona. Good afternoon. Belated Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas to you too. And I hope you had a wonderful day yesterday. Adrian says, can send you some better weather. Says 18 degrees Celsius and mainly sunny. Brilliant. But pouring rain in Fraser Valley of BC, about 100 kilometres east of Vancouver. I had a comment from Mom and Pop Quilt Shop yesterday saying that it was snowing where they were. When I did a short for YouTube, which is unusual for me because I've never done a short before, and it drove me nuts. And I was like, you know, what in the heck, you know, am I doing with this short? How do I put it up? I had no idea. It was driving me crazy. And Andy was like, yeah, give me your phone, I'll do it. So, yeah, first time ever I did a short. It's fun to do different things, though, sometimes. There might be some more coming up as well. Okay. Nova Scotia gets a lot of snow, yeah. Vancouver, at least when I live there, rains all the time, except perhaps in summertime, yeah. You're right, Enid, says Kelly, mild climate mostly. Don't miss being soaking wet, having wet shoes, etc. Yeah. There's nothing worse, and Andy will attest to this, than the smell of wet shoes that have dried out and wet socks that have dried out.
Yeah.
And the horrible smell that comes from them when shoes and socks part company. You know what I'm talking about, don't you?
I
Love?
do.
Ugh. Almost as bad as the smell of wet dog, which I can't bear either. But then again, like I said, because I have this heightened sense of smell, some days it's a curse. What colour am I doing next? This one. Hey Jane. Hi everyone. I hope I had a great Christmas Day and Boxing Day. I too enjoyed a chilling PJ day, smelly candle cuppa and lots of stitching. Sounds fab. I'm glad you had a great day yesterday and an equally good one today with PJs and stitching. What finer way to spend. We get the same weather as Seattle, says Kelly, not that far apart. And Jay loves the smell of wet dog. Ooh, rather you than me. Ugh. Right, shall we have a look at, as Laurie christened it, Sew and Tell? Let's see what you guys have been working on. Just shove my light out the way. Okay. Facebook. Hubby usually gets to play with the snow blower once per winter, maybe twice. Ooh. Come on. First one I'll show you is this one of Catherine's, gone halfway down the winter season, 150 rows, Church for All Seasons, charting creation. So that's Catherine's there. Look at that tree. Gorgeous, isn't it? Fabulous stuff, Catherine. And you've just sent me another photo. Let me go and have a look at that. Oh, maybe not. My tablet's not picked it up anyway. Right, okay. I actually broke a needle. I am mildly horrified. I lost one. Hannah's diamond painting that she's working on. This is a new one that her auntie got for her. And it's like a fractal swirl by the look of it. And she's already put some of the diamonds on. It's round dots, so she's happy. So, yeah. Yes, my legs are getting a bit skinny. Okay. I love to start with the pin stitch. Do you know of any videos to end with a pin stitch? So can anybody help Mona with a YouTuber, a floss tuber that's done an ending pin stitch video at all? Okay. Let's have a look at the old thread. Pin stitch diagrams there from Needlebug. Right, okay. Here is yon thread. Okay. See, my hubby's been put in posts. Oh.
Yes, but have you read said post?
I've just briefly skimmed it, yes. Okay. Well, let's start with Enid, who's stitching on some wooden ornaments and a broken needle. Oh dear. But beautiful stitching, Enid. Really pretty. I've got a couple of wooden ornaments that I've stitched. In fact, I've got one on the tree. Lizzie has purchased this as a kit. It's an Anne Stokes art, and I believe this one is the Thread Geeks one. Am I right, Lizzie? Come on. There we go. Really pretty. I'm pretty sure it's Anne Stokes. It broke when I was doing the last few stitches, of course. I had to dig through the sewing just to find one sturdy enough. All right. Nicole is busy working on one of her geckos. A little gnome there with sunflower and bees, so it must be a summer one. Spring or summer. Really pretty. Very cute. Okay. Naomi is having a family Christmas today, so she will catch up later this week. But this is the Christmas Tide sampler by Hands On Design. So you sampler stitches, take a look at that. And it looks like she's stitching it on a navy or a blue linen, bluey grey linen. Reindeer, trees, candles, and stars and all sorts, bells. Oh, come on. There we go. Really pretty. So this is Hands On Design. Yeah. So you sampler guys will like that. Okay. What else? Jane is working on Dimensions December Fox. 5 days left. Then it's New Starts and Other Whips, and the Fox goes into rotation. But that is gorgeous. Really, really beautiful. Look, I spy a little Chris Dunn needle minder. Karen, if it doesn't let you show the link in the chat, send it to Messenger and I'll pop it in, because I think I've got chat set for only moderators can put links in. So if it doesn't show, just whiz it over to me. Okay, Susan, 9.4% done on a stitching shelf, hoping to finish this scene by the end of the year. You can do it, Susan. It's looking amazing. So you've just got that. Is it just that little section to go? It looks fabulous. So cool. Let's let you put it in. Oh, great. Okay. Right. Our lovely Joyce. Shout out to Joyce for kitting up the 7 deadly sins. Working on my oldest whip, Middle Earth Retired, listening to the top 2000. This runs from Christmas Eve until New Year. Number 1 will be Bohemian Rhapsody, like it is nearly every year. And this is, I believe, is the Heaven and Earth Designs Middle Earth map. It's definitely not the Tilton one. The font's different. So, right. So, yeah, the link's not showing up, Karen. So just pop it to my inbox, lovely, and I'll paste it in. Natalia has a finish. Ding, 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 ding. Look at him. The Grinch. Naughty. Nice. I tried. Yeah, that would be me. I would be an I tried. But that's fabulous. Nicely done, Natalia. Have you had a look at this thread, love?
No.
Some really, really nice stuff in it. Okay, what else have we got? Patsy, Victorian Santa by Ivy Cottage Home. It's at 7.29% and stitched on 20 count. Ada. That's a really, really lovely start there, Patsy. Okay. And I think you've popped in a mock-up, haven't you? Yeah. Oh, enabling alert. Oh my goodness, look at him. Really lovely. I like the traditional looking Santa, me. I really do. Nicely done, Patsy. Okay, what else have we got here? Jennifer is working on Starry Nights by Van Gogh, charted by Heaven and Earth Designs on 20 count, easy count. Currently on leave until after the new year, so doing a longer progress daily before my after dinner stitch. 1.13% completed today before she started. Thank you for that, Karen. I'll pop it in 2 secs. There we go. Matching needle minder as well. Love it. Great stuff. Okay. Let me just find this link. Come on. Okay. There we go. Here is the link to the pin stitch video from Karen. There we go. Right. Okay. Where were we? Looking at a gorgeous Santa. Oh, Van Gogh. That's it. Sandra is doing some applique. She's working on an applique block for How to Build a Snowman Quilt by Laurie Holt. This is the snowman's hat. That is super cool. Okay. And this is the quilt. Look at that. I could cross stitch that as well. That would be really nice in cross stitch, wouldn't it? Like a different kind of sampler. Really nice. Great stuff. Okay. Definitely cute, Kelly. Really is. Okay. Dan has a finish. Ding, 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 ding. So another one. 324, the sequel works by ABC. So this is obviously like a block sampler, but using different colours going along the colour palette, which is beautiful. So you've got some black work. Well, I think it's mainly black work, actually. I can't see any cross stitching at all in that. I think it's black work and speciality stitches. How gorgeous, though, is that? Nice one, Dan. What else do we got in here? Laura, my Advent present, slowly getting a digital version made so I can use Pattern Keeper Queen Anne's lace from Lavender and Lace. So Laura is busy making a digital version for Pattern Keeper. Hope you're listening in though, Laura. Don't get too put off though. You don't miss a stitch. Okay, and here is the mock-up. Wow, that is a beauty, isn't it? Lavender and Lace, Marilyn Levitt Imblom, I think. Hi there. Great stuff. That is a fabulous piece, Laura. I love it. Absolutely love it. There's just something about these Lavender and Lace ladies. But I did watch a video. I'll get to that in a bit. A video that I watched about Nora Corbett and Bella Filipina. So it's quite interesting. Jane is working on Victorian Santa by Ivy Cottage. So I think this is the same one as Patsy's. Or similar. Started last Christmas, 1/1 full cross, 25 count, CXC threads. Yes, Enid, wee bit of drama. And she has shared the mock-up, so we'll see if it is the same. Yes, Stitchy World drama. Yeah, same one as Patsy by the look. Brilliant. Enabled. I must not. Okay, right. So what else we got here? Anna Karen, Cosmic Marbles, Supersize Max Color, So this is how it looks now. Not a big difference since last time, but still very visible. Yep. Look at this one. That's like a tiger. It looks like a tiger to me when I'm looking at it directly on the picture. But yeah, beautiful. Can't wait to start mine next year. Okay. Yeah, great one there. Thank you, Karen. For those of you that use the Omanic scroll frames and stands, they are no longer going to be making them due to some reasons it relates to the European economy. So, yeah, just check out your Omanic's stuffs. I don't use Omanic, but there you go. Yeah, and there is the mock-up for Cosmic Marbles. Okay. Katinka. Ding, 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 ding. Finish my ornament butterfly. Port Mauve by Jenna Della Grataglia Maldonado. Had Nerf Designs 2 minutes before the live started. Woohoo! Absolutely fantastic. That is beautiful. I love that. Great stuff, Katinka. What's next? I'm loving seeing these finishes. This is brilliant. Absolutely loving it. Okay. Celia is working on Christmas Wish by Donna Gelsinger, Heaven and Earth Designs. Still stitching in 311. Done 20,430 stitches. Still have 29,000 left of that colour. Rather you than me. Mind you, I would do that to create this piece because it's lovely. Really lovely. Yeah. Cool stuff. Okay, what else do we got here? Ooh. Alicia says, hello, Nicola and Stitchy friends. Merry Christmas to all, and I hope Santa was good.
He was.
Today I'm working on Spider-Man for my hubby. 19,339 stitches of 31,365 or 61.66%. Etsy pattern, don't remember the shop, but I have it here somewhere. Mock-up attached. You can definitely see Spidey there, can't you? It's the cake shop, but not for a while, yeah. Yeah, I should imagine you want a stitchy rest. Let's just go to Alicia. And I know that all the ladies Alicia was one of the ladies who got a RAK. And I know that you've all received them now, so that's great stuff. There's the mock-up for it. That's actually quite nice. That's translated into cross-stitch quite well, hasn't it? So, yeah. Okay. Michelle, I can't believe I'm getting close to another page finish on Once Upon a Fairy Tale. This is page 6. Amy Stewart, Once Upon a Fairy Tale. Fantastic. It's coming on super well. Brilliant. Okay. And Michelle has shared a mock-up. And of course, she's in the top row. But yeah, it's looking super good, super cool. Absolutely fantastic work. Let me just make sure I haven't missed anyone. Nope. Okay, I am going to turn off this thread to comments and let's have a look at some other bits. So Joyce here, floss cards ready, fabric choice is made, and she's ready to, come on, fat fingers. She's ready to start the sins. Look at that. So organized, Joyce. So organized. Okay. And Sandy has reached 50% on her Last Supper Story Keep Heaven and Earth design. Great stuff, Sandy. It looks brilliant. I use those overseas frames from time to time as well. Did we? We did do a ding ding ding, didn't we, for Joyce's finish. And Judy has caved and bought this beautiful piece from Stitchy So Beautiful on Etsy, kitting it up this week for her first week in 2025. So yeah, we've seen a few people that are doing this one. So all good. Kay has got herself a Thomas Kincaid chart. This one is a Quiet Evening supersized max colour. So yeah, lots of stitchy goodness going on. Laura's End of Advent. So there's been a few really, really nice posts. Ashley stitching by that lovely. Well, I can see it's a screen with an open fire. It must feel so cozy. But yeah, that's fantastic. Great stuff, everybody. That is Sew and Tell done for today. You all done fantastic jobs. So, right, okay, where were we on our She Sleeps? Okay. Come on, silly thing. There we go, 407, that's right. Yes, another terrific round of projects indeed, and several finishes. So if you've all had a finish, and if you've had a finish, absolutely fantastic. Congratulations to you all. It's nice to get a finish, especially at the last sort of breath of the year, as it were. Getting something finished, it feels so good, doesn't it? But then it's on to the next. Okay, right, so let me tell you about this video that I saw. So obviously Nora Corbett is Marilyn's daughter, I think, and Marilyn passed away a number of years ago now, but Nora is the one that's in control of all of the lavender and lace stuffs, as far as I'm aware. Could be wrong, happened before, but there was a lady on Floss Tube. Now, forgive me, it's been a little while since I saw it. And she was like, I'm in this group, and there was some comments made by Nora about being unhappy about Vela Filipina because she felt that the work was being copied. Lavender and Lace and Nora Corbett's work was being copied. And said basically in the group, if you support Vela Filipina, then there isn't a place in the Lavender and Lace and Nora Corbett cross-stitch group for you, which I think has upset one or two people. Now, as I said, I'm not in this group, and I only saw it on a Floss Tube video by this lady, and I can't even remember who she was. But I was quite taken aback. You know, and I kind of don't really know what to think because I haven't been in it, I haven't seen it myself, but I don't know. There's obviously something going on. I don't know if Mirabilia joins in on this as well or what. I just have no idea, but something's definitely afoot in the cross-stitch world. One or two unhappy people about. If anybody does know any more, let me know, because I have no clue. Only, like I said, I just happened across this video with only a small piece of the jigsaw, I would say. But there we go. Seeing all these wonderful projects is really testing my control of not adding any more to my stash. Yes, it does, doesn't it, Katinka? That's the trouble. But, you know, apparently stash enhancement is a whole hobby in itself. I'm sure I watched that video too, says Patsy. It was an American lady, and she was driving a car while she was talking to the camera. Is that the same one? When Nora started Mirabilia, Marilyn sued her own daughter. Oh my gosh. Basically, Nora said, if you support Bella Filipina, then I don't want your money. Blimey. You know, and Bella Filipina's been around for a while now. I would have thought that, you know, that they were just coexisting in the cross-stitch world. But like I said, I because I don't do Bella Filipina, I've got Mirabilias and I've got Noras. I've not stitched them. I'm not in any of the communities. I'm in a Lavender and Lace group. But that's it. So, yeah, it was just a bit, and I was a bit, wow. Bella Filipina is from the Philippines, those different cultures, no need to step off her high horse. I don't, like I said, I really don't know enough about it. But, you know, I was just kind of like, it's cross-stitching. It's a craft. It's, you know, I see similarities between some of the Bella stuff and some of the Mirabilia stuff, but I don't think it's blatant rip-off plagiarism, unless somebody can show me otherwise. Like I said, I really don't know enough. So I would be tempted to, Enid, just because of that. I dislike being told what I can and can't do. Nora can stuff here, Kelly. Yeah, that's the thing. That's the thing. What's rubbed people the wrong way more than anything is that basically people are being told where to spend their money, which I think is wrong. You know, nobody should be told where to spend their money. You know, a few years ago, obviously, you know, there've been issues. Every cross-stitch company has had its issues at some point, whether that be patterns going on to certain Chinese sites, or, you know, plagiarism, or designers moving from one company to another, or whatever. Everybody's had their, but, you know, I've seen that video about Nora Corbett asking not to buy others' patterns, but I can't tell one from the other fancy lady. Yeah. That's interesting, says Laura. Mum and I got a Marilyn and my sister got a Bella. Yeah. Well, yeah, it's in that. I agree, Patsy. How on God's green earth is she going to know anyway? You know, I spread my stitching money across various people. You know, yes, I spend a lot at Gecko Rouge. We all know that. But I've bought at Heaven and Earth Designs. I've just bought 4 RAKs from there. And, you know, an RAK is anything from, what, $12 to $19, depending on which one. I've spent at Pain Free Crafts, I've spent at Lakeside Needlecraft, at Love Crafts, at Marie's Cross Stitch. You know, I spread my money around the world, you know, around the cross-stitching world. And, you know, if anybody said to me, do not buy from such and such a place, I'd be like, well, you give me a damn good reason why not. Why should I not choose to put my money at this place or that? But yeah, I mean, I've got a Mirabilia, I've got a Mermaid, I've got a Nora Corbett. I've not started them, but I have them. But yeah, I do. I think I would be tempted to agree. You know, not nice to be told, you know, where you can and can't put your hard-earned money, because we all choose to spend our stash money where we choose to spend it. We all have our favourite places, designers, patterns, thread, needles, fabrics. You know, if I go and buy something off AliExpress, are you guys going to think any less of me? I don't think so. Hey, Laura Lynn. Hey to all you cool kids from snowy Nova Scotia. I was talking about you earlier, saying that it was snowing. How you doing? Are you all right? And I hope you had a wonderful Christmas. So, yeah, we were just talking about a little bit of a whiff of cross-stitch world scandal that's coming up. That people are being advised as to where to spend their money, which I kind of disagree with. Yeah, we had a great Christmas, thank you. It was busy here. My stepdad spent Christmas with us. And we had a little domestic drama over the road. So, you know,
Domestic drama.
Yeah, sometimes you just think, you know, really, it's Christmas Eve. But we did the best that we could. So, yeah. I haven't been able to join much on your lives lately, Laura Lynn, but it is on my resolution list to aim to get to more of them. Work has been crazy busy, and of course life as well. I agree with you, says Karen. Just because one person may have had a bad experience doesn't mean that will always be the case. People make mistakes and shouldn't condemn them forever. Absolutely. And, you know, as I said, I think, you know, everybody has, you know, the right to go wherever they wish with their money. You know, some people don't like Hobby Lobby or Michael's. They prefer Joann's. You know, in America, I hear that, you know, a fair bit. But, you know, nobody would sort of say, don't go and spend your money at such and such a place without giving a real good reason why, I think. No worries, my dear. Big hugs. Thank you. I wonder how she would feel if everyone that bought it, Bella Filipino and Nora Corbett, sent it back and asked for their money back. Yeah. Yeah. That's it. It just, like I said, I saw this video probably a good week or so ago, and I was on my mind to have a look and see if there was anything else. Because, you know, I'm nosy. More than anything, I'm nosy. But yeah. Are they all right, them things, Andy? You enjoy them?
Yeah.
So, yeah. There we go. So, yeah, just a little blown away by the video that I saw and kind of got me thinking. Okay. Trying to figure out what's for dinner. Not interested in turkey. All my turkey disappeared yesterday. I was hoping for a little some for my lunch today, but it had all gone. Different strokes for different folks. Indeed, Cindy. I think that's what I was looking for. Thank you. You know, we all have freedom of choice. Yeah, I had turkey, pork and gammon yesterday. And all of the turkey went. Some of the pork, some of the gammon have got some left. I'll have a look and see if I can find it in my history. And link it in the group if I can, for you guys to have a watch. It's a video that I saw discussing how Nora Corbett has basically said that if you're buying Bella Filipina, that she's not interested in you spending money with Nora Corbett, which seems a little weird. I don't quite know what's gone on. I don't know enough about it, but, you know, the one thing that I did get from the video is that essentially we've been saying, people are saying, you know, that Nora Corbett has said, I'm not happy with Bella Filipina. There looks like there's some legal proceedings in the background. And, you know, don't spend your money with them, because if you spend your money with Bella Filipina, don't expect to spend it with Mirabilia and Nora Corbett. If that's right, if I think that's where I've got it. Yeah, it's very weird. And it just literally came up sort of instantly, just very quickly out of nowhere. And I saw the video a week or so ago. It's a lady driving a car while she was talking to the camera. And like I said, I'll see if I can dig it out. And I've got a Facebook group. I'll see if I can bob it in there and, perhaps, see what you guys think. All a bit strange. If I was a cross-stitch designer and somebody was designing something that looked a bit close to mine, I'd be like, well, you know what? It looks a bit close, but people will ultimately choose which one they want. Mega Stitches, thank you, Celia. Yes, that's the one. That's right, Mega Stitches, thank you. I knew it began with an M. I sat here trying to rack my brains to think of the name, but like I said, it was a few days back. I've watched a lot of videos since then. And yeah, oh, and thank you as well, Tracy. Yes, you'd think that she would know better. But there we go. I guess we'll find out a little bit more as time goes on and see what gives in the new year. Yes, Karen, I agree. I am, I just, if you would, obviously I can't speak as a designer because I'm not, but if I was, I would be staying in my lane. You just do what you do. People will decide whether they want your work anyway. But there's always going to be a battle in the cross-stitch world, isn't there? Like when full coverage stuff, when charting creation started up, for example. Charting creations, obviously, because Nikki used to work for Michelle at Heaven and Earth Designs, and there was kind of a bit of a battle about that. But ultimately now, people buy from both, and things have, the dust has settled, and Nikki stays in her lane, Michelle stays in hers for the most part, from what I've seen. You just get on with life, don't you? Life's too short to fall out. At the end of the day, we all just want to get on and do our crafting, whether it be stitching, knitting, quilting, crochet, whatever. Yeah. It's a case of, you know what you like and you get on and do it. I remember seeing an interview with Nora a while back where she expressed feelings about people wishing for digital patterns. She didn't like that at all. Yeah, I think the thing is with digital patterns, a lot of them have been shared and have been uploaded to illegal websites. There's a particular one in China that's based in China that does a heck of a lot. And I can understand the reticence at having a digital pattern because, you work hard on something. You don't want somebody to just outright steal it and sell it on as their own. I mean, it's a bit like if somebody downloaded or, took a sample of one of my videos and passed it off as their own, that is blatant copyright theft. But if they did a commentary on it and said, did a reaction video, then that's something different. And that's the sort of the thing, isn't it? If you're stealing outright, that's one thing. If you're inspired by somebody's work, that's quite another, to create something of your own. There you have it. Just my opinion, just my thought. I think what do you call it? Sarah up at Pain Free Crafts. I think she actually has something encoded into her digital charts where if they are uploaded to an illegal site, she can get the information from the chart as to who bought it and who bought it originally and obviously shared it and stop them from purchasing from her site. You know, that's the way that she dealt with it. And whether or not she still does that, I don't know. I presume she does because she's never said otherwise. Yes, but the sharing wasn't the problem. It was her idea that everyone should stitch from paper patterns as it was the right way. Well, it's a way, isn't it? And, you know, things have evolved. Our lives have evolved tremendously in the last, 30 years? 30 years ago, there would be no way I'd be sat talking to you guys now. You know, the internet didn't, well, it was in its infancy, and YouTube didn't even exist. You know, life moves on, things change, we grow, we develop as individuals and also as nations and human race. We've developed, you know, we've come on 1,000,000 miles from, you know, paper patterns being the only option that they have. The sharing is the problem. I understand not wanting to produce digital patterns, but what I don't understand is why designers don't reprint charts. Why do they let people sell them for outrageous amounts of money? Yes, I agree with that, Karen, because I've seen things like Lady of the Flag, which is a mirabilia. It's been going for literally hundreds of dollars on eBay. Very expensive. They could reprint and have the profits. Yeah, absolutely. And I absolutely feel you as well, Enid. Golden Kite patterns have a password email address, but that's very annoying. Yeah, but it's the way that they protect their work, isn't it? Yeah, and I'll be honest, if it came to it, I wouldn't mind jumping through an extra hoop or two to get hold of my pattern. That's not a problem. But, you know, to be, you know, you shouldn't do this, you shouldn't do that. Not really my kind of thing. But there we go. I like cross-stitching full cover because of PDFs and Pattern Keeper gives me a headache to follow through on paper patterns. Well, I started stitching my Realm of Middle-earth map on paper. And the speed at which I can stitch now, because of Pattern Keeper, has changed things completely. Because before I was stitching it from paper and it was very slow. Pattern Keeper has sped things up. It's made my work more accurate. I don't miss a stitch or anything like that. And of course, paper patterns, they will disintegrate. If it's a big fold out piece of paper, you know, like a map, you know, type fold out, then yeah, it's going to disintegrate. It's going to disintegrate wherever the folds are. If it's on A4 pages with an overlap, then that's, you know, a different matter, but still. Yes, it does make stitching more enjoyable. And, you know, I mean, in the last, 4 or 5 years, my stitching has moved on tremendously since getting Pattern Keeper. I don't even think I've had it 4 or 5 years, if I'm honest. And of course, you know, Pattern Keeper must feel the same way because they had Pattern Keeper out and it was a number of years and it was the only one on the market. And then Markup RXP come out and then we've had some other couple of ones come out as well. So do Pattern Keeper feel the same way? Because I know people who use both kinds of digital pattern software or program or whatever it is you call it, app. You know, it's a market and you just chip into your portion of the market, don't you? Andy has lots of people on YouTube that do something similar to Andy, but not as in-depth. But Andy just stays in his lane and carries on doing what he's doing. Some people walk around these places without saying a single word to the camera. But Andy carries on doing how he's always done it.
Well, mostly.
Yeah, you just stay in your lane, don't you?
I try to.
You know that there are other people out there doing the same thing. It's also easier to count stitches, says Laura. So Karen, if you can't put in pattern keeper on markup, it doesn't get stitched. Laura, it's easier to count stitches. Something I've done this year. Was very surprised to see if I got over 280,000 so far, and the year isn't finished. Yep. And Stokes might as well soon Lean Thomas because they both do dragons. Yeah, exactly. Used to photocopy my patterns to have a master, but digital patterns definitely a game changer. Yep. I don't know how to use markup, says Patsy. Is there a tutorial video? I'm assuming that there must be somewhere, Patsy, although I wouldn't know where because I don't use it. But I'm sure that the guys will let you know, and if they're in the group, pop a link in the group. Oh, excuse me. What have I got here? 524. I'm going to pop downstairs and see if my husband remembers who I am, says Joyce. Andy sat right next to me, scoffing, aren't you?
I need to stop. I'll be honest.
Give us the lid to that tin.
What for?
Anybody here in the UK go shopping in Marks and Spencer's? Andy's currently noshing the rest of the tin of this.
I'm not eating them all. There's still quite a few in here.
Jelly beans, fruit jellies, white chocolate popcorn, milk chocolate pretzels, popping candy, and milk chocolate caramel clusters. So Andy's busy scoffing the rest of this, and yeah, he's quite enjoying it. And it's the cutest tin ever. Look at him, isn't he cute? Is that why he's been so quiet, says Patsy. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah. Although I've also been chatting to a couple of you as well.
So yeah, it was something that came out during games afternoon, and my stepdad had a good old dib in it earlier, didn't he? Dennis had a good old dib. I had a bit of a dib, a bit naughty, but you know. Hey, it's Christmas. You know, once Christmas Eve hits, all the food that's in the pantry, the fridge, or the cupboard, unless it's earmarked for a specific meal, it's fair game. Isn't it, love?
Mm-hmm.
I also have markup, says Mona. Plenty of tutorials, but they are very short. I couldn't understand any of the tutorials, not techie like that. Yeah, I'm good with Pattern Keeper. I have to say, though, I've been very fortunate. I don't think that there has been anything that I haven't been able to load into Pattern Keeper. I had one problem with the Gecko Rouge chart last year, but that was a them problem, not a me problem, and we sorted it out. So, Karen, I've got to run. Hubby has dinner about ready. Have a wonderful new year. If I don't get a video out before my surgery, I'll catch you all in the new year. Yes. Okay, Karen, no worries at all. And just remember what I said yesterday. You are the important person. Don't go rushing and making yourself unwell and stressing yourself out about, you know, talking to everybody else until you've looked after number one. But yeah, you know, just I'll try and touch base with you before New Year, and if not, I'll speak to you after your surgery. All right. But yeah, you take very, very good care of yourself. Okay, remember, like I said, number one. Yep. Sending it right back to you, Karen. Lots of love. We will be thinking of you. Get you back stitching in no time. Okay. Oh. Hey, it's not bad for a Boxing Day night, this, or Boxing night. I got 60 people watching. That's great. So if you're watching and it was the first time you've seen me, welcome. I love Pattern Keeper, says Lizzie. Due to Nicola, I've now downloaded Stitch Pal, and in Stitches with Ebony, I've purchased rainbow sheets from Etsy, trying to be as organised as possible. Hey, that sounds like a plan. Hey, Becca. How are you? Good evening. 169. I hope you've had a wonderful Christmas. and some chill out and relaxing time, and you're full of cheese. That's a theme on this channel. You've got to be full of cheese. Christmas is the time for the baby cheeses. I'm so engrossed in the chat, my coffee's gone cold. Oh, bless you, Patsy. I've had a cup of tea. I've got some squash. Keep me going. Just get very dry in all this talking. I've been going for what? An hour and 40 minutes. So we are going to have a live on Sunday as usual again. And I'm going to be doing one on New Year's Day. But I get again that some people may not be able to join, and that is absolutely fine. 3 years ago, Nora accused Bella Filipino of the same thing. Just Google about it. Same old complaints. I'm wondering if this drama is the old one being dredged up. Oh, very possibly. Very possibly. Hey, Caroline. Your son got you a new phone and you have to learn everything. Oh, dear. Now you see, new technology is lovely. But it's going to grips with it, isn't it? Okay, so let's get rid of this one. And I hope you had a lovely Christmas. Oh, dog's outside barking again, Albert Road, and it. Every time a car comes past, the dog over the road barks when she's out. Likes to try and chase cars down the street and everything. There we go. I'm going to head out and eat my noodles, says Kelly. A bit more lunch needs doing before a family dinner with the father-in-law. Enjoy, my lovely. Thank you so much for joining us this evening. It's been lovely. And fingers crossed, see you Sunday. I'm hoping so. Does everyone have the nightmare that they're finished, but come washing, half the stitches fall out? Can't say as I do. But, you know, I suppose the more, the bigger the piece, I think the higher the concern would be. We might actually, Andy, I'm just thinking, because we're not doing the Sunday dinner on Sunday and we've got a free day,
Yes.
might be able to do my whip parade on Sunday. What do you think?
I have no idea.
And then what I can do is I can put that out on Monday, can't I?
Yeah.
Then floss tube Tuesday. I'll still film a floss tube on a Monday as planned. Yeah, I think I might do that. Fancy a whip parade on Monday, chaps. End the year with a bang. You just think about it like that and you just think, logic. Because, you know, kind of thinking and, you know, I think, well, Monday I'm working. I only can fit my floss tube in. I can't do a whip parade as well. I'm not going to do it. I need light. Cool. I'll be doing that then, Patsy. I think. I remember being at the Big Stitch in the summer. And we were at lunch one of the days and sat at this table, and some of the ladies we were sat with were like, oh, I've watched some of these whip parades and they take forever. And I'm like, well, what's forever? Well, I've seen one that's like 4 hours and stuff. And I'm thinking, this is a mid-year one. And I'm thinking, what the heck? I think Jessie Marie. No, not Jessie Marie. Somebody done a 4-hour whip parade. And Jen, the caffeinated crafter, I think, had like a 4-hour mid-year whip parade. And I was like, yeah, I'm not doing that. And I just said to her, I think mine's 25 minutes. And I thought that were long. How long does it need to be? And they're like, oh, what's your channel called? Yeah, then people were picking up watching my videos from there. And I was like, yeah, because, it's not going to be a long whip parade, I don't think. But yes, Patsy, next year's is going to be much longer because I shall have 25 projects to show. No before pictures of 17 of them. So, yeah. It'll be a mid-year whip parade as well. Jessie Marie. Oh, Jessie Marie was it the 4-hour one? Is that one of the others of them? I thought it was Jen, but my bad. Somebody did several parts to a whip parade. Might have been Siske. Several parts to a whip parade. But then again, I know she's got a lot of projects. A lot of projects. Jen has hers in 2-hour portions. Alara, yes. 4-hour whip parade, yep. Itching for stitching, yep. Yeah. 1 hour is about my max to watch, yeah. Well, mine won't be an hour. It'll be probably about half an hour at the most, I would thought, because I just crack on and do it. Yeah. And I don't really have like a lot of storytelling and stuff to go on. I just talk about how much I've done.
Okay, I'm going to stop eating these now.
Yeah.
I said yes before I even finished what I was saying.
I knew you were going to say that because I kind of got the feeling from you. Yeah. For me, yeah, it's about half an hour at the most, I think. What for stitches have I done? Those ones. Right, cool. We're a bit of confetti. I'm done eating these for now. That's very true, Enid, yes. And he does have a sweet tooth.
It's definitely my Achilles heel, isn't it?
Yep. I buy Andy every year. I get him a gift bag and I fill it with different bars of chocolate and bags of sweets and stuff.
You see, maybe that's where you go wrong. Maybe you shouldn't do that.
Well, but you're difficult to buy for, and to be fair, I bought you the clothes that you wanted for Christmas, so I got your clothes.
I know,
but yeah,
that's really all you should have got.
Yeah, but I always do your sweets for you.
What I'm saying is, Nikki, the whole bag of sweets is not really, a necessity. You don't have to do that.
Yeah, but it's a nice thing to do, and I know that you like it. That's the thing, isn't it? He's entitled to his wrong opinion, isn't he? Oh my good Lord. Excuse me. I have to work tomorrow. Hannah has work tomorrow too. But it's only one day. Because I'm off the weekend. I almost always watch it 2 times speed, so I don't have a preference on the length. Do you know what? That's a good idea. I'm usually sitting so I don't feel the time go. Yeah, same here. If I see a whip parade that's half hour to an hour, depending on who the person is as well, if I've seen them before or, you know, whatever, I will quite happily sit and stitch away and listen. I prefer full coverage whip parades. The bigger the prettier the better. Well, all of mine, apart from the stitching shelf, will be coming out of the frames when I film as well, so you can see the whole piece, not just the portion that I'm working on, as I usually would when I am doing a floss tube. So the only exception will be my stained glass, because I will have to take a picture of it as it's finished and get it input. Yeah, I have to sort of, you know, lay it on my bed or on the floor or something, because it's so big vertically it will not fit in frame. I seem to like actual stitching time. The older my kids get, the worse it gets. They go to school and then I have too much to do. I think I've fallen into the motherhood trap. Oh dear. I thought kids are supposed to be easier the older they get. No. Parenthood never gets easier, it just changes. Because when they're teens, they want different from when they were toddlers. The demands on your time are different, and they're not learning like they are as toddlers. They don't need as much physical support, but they do need support in different ways. It's you know, it just changes parenthood. You know, when they're a baby, of course, they're totally dependent on you for providing all their needs, and then they're dependent on you until they can, you know, go to school on their own and make themselves a basic meal and do their own self-care. Sometimes they can be 50 years old and, you know, still need parenting. Thank you for the company tonight. See you later, says Celia. No worries at all, Celia. Thank you for joining, and see you Sunday night, all being well. If not, have a wonderful new year. If you have activities, friends need advice and need to teach them life skills. Yes, exactly. That's what I'm trying to get. I live vicariously through floss tube. I watch a lot whilst breastfeeding and burping my newborn. Oh, bless you, Laska. That's, do you know what? Those newborn days, they were just exhausting, but I loved them. I did love them. Then, you know, they say when you've got a little baby, sleep when the baby does. Do they know how impossible that is? It's just not possible, because there's always something to do. There's always something that needs to be done. Andy. Not Hannah this time. Okay. When they go to school, I'm going to force myself to stitch 1 hour, clean the house, and then go for a walk an hour. Yeah. Absolutely. Have yourself a little routine there, Enid. Make time for you and make time for the other stuff. Self-care is incredibly important. I did. Still yawning. Oh my goodness, mind you. It is almost 9:30. 37:40 is on. God. I have a nearly 14-year-old cat, which is extremely demanding, and a 10-year-old dog that's also demanding. Yeah. Sit down, Stitch, and one or both of them need something. Don't know what's worse, the puppies or the animals or the kiddos. Because it's the same in this house. Second I sit down, somebody needs something. Or the phone rings. That's the other thing that happens. The phone rings. And then by the time we get up to it, it's either rung off or the person on the other end is somebody that you don't want to speak to anyway, like a spam caller. I have 2 somewhat demanding dogs. Yes. Yeah. Yes, our cat is demanding when food's around. I swear to God, this cat of ours can tell the time. So, yeah. Doesn't seem right. Let's just go back down and try again. Okay. Oh, I saw a post from Teresa Stitcher earlier. She's putting all of the crosses on her evening in the park chatelaine. She's just got the rest of the beading to do. That's amazing. I haven't got a chatelaine. Even in the park is absolutely beautiful, I have to say. Dee, 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 dee. I carry my ancient cat around like a baby. Oh. The cat meowed all the way through my floss tube video on Tuesday. Well, the video I put out on Tuesday. She decided she was just going to have a meowing moment. She didn't want anything. She just decided that she was just going to meow all the time. Good grief, Andy.
Christmas though, isn't it?
I'm so sorry. It's normally Hannah that we hear toot-tooting. I do apologise, everybody.
I don't have a lot of choice.
Dear, oh dear. What was that? It was Andy making his bottom burp.
Well, I can't burp normally, so
Yes, he was having a bit of a trump
I have the physical inability to
burp.
burp.
Yeah.
I can't do it.
Well, you're getting some better out than ins.
Thank
Can you
for that,
imagine?
people.
can you imagine at night, you know, the duvet levitates, you know? I mean, good grief.
It's not that bad.
It is. And they go on forever. Don't they?
No.
They do.
No.
You go,
Scandalous accusation.
that's you, that is.
No.
They do. They go on forever. Enid can belch like a truck driver. Do you know, Victoria, my middle daughter who doesn't live here anymore, she used to have what we call a show-stopping burp.
Lauren does it occasionally.
And Lauren does it occasionally, yeah, but, you know, from a small person, you know, it's such a loud noise. It'd be ridiculous. Everyone needs a chatelaine, says Dan. Agree. Haven't got one yet. I guess for some that would be a lorry driver. Yeah, that's right. Oh my days. Got to watch them knicker rippers, Andy says, Adrian. Hey, if he's wearing knickers, I'm getting worried.
Trust me, I'm not.
Dear, oh dear. I think he's going to have to get up and check and make sure there isn't a hole in the sofa.
Even the cat's not looking at me.
Well, I'm not flaming surprised.
Cat don't like me anyway.
Cat don't like anyone. I have one says, Patsy, I'm too scared to start it. Chatelaines do seem to be intimidating, says Enid. Ah. Our supermarket's really selling Easter eggs now, says Silver Stitches. Iceland have got them in.
Have they?
Yep.
Can you confirm that, Celia?
Iceland, the shop, not the country.
I know.
Celia's gone anyway.
Oh.
Yes, but we should be having a look in Asda, seeing what's on Asda shelves next week, won't we? Or week after, whenever it is. Right. I'm going to mark these off, and then we're going to call it a night for my live, because we are over 2 hours. Dan says it's the remains of the Christmas meal. Yeah.
You're not wrong.
In Australia, hot cross buns and Easter eggs usually go on sale on Boxing Day.
Who's buying an Easter egg before the end of the year? Seriously.
Well, you'd be surprised.
Easter is on April the 20th next year. That is a full 4 months away.
Hey, Catherine, never mind TMI, poor Andy. He's flaming proud of his trumpets. Okay, right. 1,740 stitches, so 240 on stream. So that will be me done. Oh my goodness, just over 2 hours, a fraction over. So Sunday we will be back again. And then so I think Saturday I might put up a thread. What should we have on the thread on Saturday? Should we have a what have you finished in 2024 thread?
Yeah.
Right, we'll do that. I'll put up a thread on Saturday for what have you finished in 2024. And we will share those on the Sunday stream. So I will see you guys on Sunday. Thank you all very much indeed for watching. So take care, everyone. I'll see you at the weekend. Bye for now.
Bye-bye.